Hi everyone. Let's see. So I decided to name these videos Birdside Chats, if you saw in the title. Kind of reminiscent of World War II, and President Roosevelt would hold fireside chats, and which was addressing the nation during World War II on the radio to help, encourage them to keep up with the war effort and rationing and all that. And so I thought, this is kind of what we're doing. I'm sitting by the birds, and you and I, we're all kind of chatting together and whatever about everything going on. I haven't done one of these in a while. It's I don't know if you can see, but it's actually storming out right now. Yeah, it's too bright. We were supposed to have. It looked like it was going to be a brown Christmas. We haven't seen snow since October, I think. And then all of a sudden we got snow. There's blizzard warnings across the state, and I've heard everything from 2 inches to 15. So we'll see how much we get. I was actually, they let us go early from work, so I was home by, I don't know, before noon, and I won't have to leave the house till Monday. So for me anyway, they can do whatever he wants, as long as it's all cleaned up by Monday morning. But that's just me. So what's going on around here? You can see Milo's up there, and you've got RC, and you can't see him, but Kiki. Oh, Kiki's right there. He's got a few latest things. One of his latest things, he likes to sit right there and play with the. He likes to put his head in the strings. Can't find it with my finger. Put his head up in the strings hanging from the end of the boing perch. Milo's acting like that because he wants to get back to his cage. And so he'll do that for a while, and then usually he jumps off and flies in a loop and then lands on top of his cage. Of course, I'm sitting here. Oh, there we go. And he did it! Yay! It took him a long time to learn how to do that. He used to walk over, and then Kiki came to live here, and then so he couldn't do that anymore. So it took him a few weeks to perfect that, but he did it. And now he's back. He's back home, where he likes to be. So let's see. So Kiki's newest thing. So Kiki likes to sit with his head in the strings. He's actually, my brother has been teaching him this trick with his wings. I can't remember. He just has to do this, and Kiki does it too. And it took like a minute to teach him this. And I'm working on, sometimes he does, sometimes he does. Sometimes, yeah. Well, I'll say hi, and then he will lift his foot up and go, and then chewing his toe. So we're working on that. So if I can get it, if I get it to the point where I can get on video, then I'll do that. And Kiki has learned a new phrase. He says, "Come here." And I was like, where did he get that from? And it didn't take me long before I realized we all say it to the dogs usually. Sometimes me to him. We tell the dogs, come here, come over here, come here. Well, he picked that up. So he likes to say certain things to certain people. Like I get a lot of want some water, what's the matter, and come here. I get those. A few come here's. My father gets the fake cough and good morning. I get good morning once in a while. But Silas gets come here. He gets, and then Silas will actually get up and go over to him. And so it's so cute. They really enjoy each other, and there's peanuts in the shell in his food, and sometimes he eats them and sometimes he just throws them on the floor. Well, floor of his cage. Well, oh, sorry, I'm tired. And it's only Wednesday, but I'm done working for the week. So Silas will take the peanuts and he will open the peanuts for Kiki and then give them to Kiki. It's so cute. So, so there's that. Hi, Daisy. Daisy's looking at me. There's nobody out there. So, Daisy. Speaking of Daisy, so the last couple years for her annual vet appointment, they've said that she really needs a dental, and they quoted me $400, and I was like, that's really expensive. I don't have $400, so I just kind of let it, well, we'll see, Well, last couple months I noticed, several things. I noticed a lot of tartar on her teeth. I noticed, everybody was complaining about her breath was starting to get bad. And I noticed that too. And then we started noticing, noticing that, she was having trouble chewing, and especially hard stuff. And it would take her a really long time to eat anything like peanuts and dog food and stuff like that. And and then we'd go to bed, and Daisy and I have our nightly talks where she sits on my pillow and we talk about the day, and if we're mad at each other, then we make up. And pretty soon she starts yawning, these big yawns, and sorry. And I started noticing some really angry tissues in the back of her mouth. And I was like, okay. Well, then I was like, okay, I have the $400. Okay, so last Thursday, so I made the appointment like a month ago, but they were booked solid. So Thursday was the day, and so it was an all-day thing, and I went to pick her up, and they said that they had to pull 6 teeth. I was shocked. And so she starts listing off all of the things that they did. They had this, and then like 3 of the teeth were like deep root extractions, and then this and this, and I'm thinking, this is not sounding good. And she gets to the grand total, and it was like $1,000 plus. I was like, holy cow. I had my debit card in my hand. I put that away and got my credit card out because I was like, wow. So, brought her home. She took the evening getting over the anesthetic, and then So it's just, and then she spent the weekend, just kind of recovering, and we're giving her softer foods and stuff. Monday, yeah. Monday I noticed that her snout was swollen. But she didn't seem to have trouble breathing. So it's like, so I told my mom, can you call the vet and see what they say? She was starting to look like a bull terrier. If like the Target dog, or if you remember Spuds McKenzie, that's what she was starting to look like. And so while I was at work, they called the vet. They had an opening, so they had a breeder in, and they said it wasn't that bad, but she might have been having a reaction to the antibiotic that they put her on. So they said take her off. And but by evening she looked a lot better, and she was running around and got her spunk back. So she's starting to open her mouth. Before she couldn't. She'd go to yawn. She'd only open up her mouth. So it must have really hurt. But yeah. So it's the 23rd of December, Christmas in 2 days. Make my egg bake tomorrow night. And if you're relatively new and you don't know what I'm talking about, check out last year. I have a three-part video series about my crock pot egg bake. I show the ingredients. I show how kind of talk through the recipe. Then I show you what it looks like when it's all put together, and then I show you what it looks like the next morning when it's all, because it cooks for 8 hours. So I'm excited about that. And then we decided, since nobody can go to church this year, we decided to have Christmas Eve. We're just going to have an hors d'oeuvre supper. So kind of, with barbecue cocktail weenies and chips and meat and cheese, and then I'm making. So this is kind of my recipe for the year. Maybe I'll make it a Christmas tradition. But there's nothing really to show you because it's so simple. I don't know if any of you, if I say wrapped pickles, does that sound familiar to anybody? Around these parts, it's also known as the Minnesota sushi. Basically, you take a slice of very thin sliced ham. You can also use corned beef. And so you take a slice and you spread cream cheese over it. Then you take a pickle and you roll the meat around the pickle, and then you cut into slices, and you have these wheels, and they just pop them in your mouth. They are just this picky eater loves them. But a friend of mine showed me how to make a dip out of them. Basically, you take the meat, the cream cheese, and the pickles, and you chop everything up. You add a little bit of the pickle juice to soften up the cream cheese, and you stir it up, and then you use crackers to eat it. And so I'm making that for the hors d'oeuvre dinner. And so I'm excited about that. The tree's loaded up with Jen and her family, they will open up our gifts Christmas Eve. This is how we've been doing it the last several years. So they'll open up their stuff, and we'll open stuff from them Christmas Eve, and then when they're gone, then we reload the tree, or the underneath the tree, with the gifts to each other, and then Christmas morning after we've had the egg bake, and cinnamon rolls, then we do our own gifts, and then downstairs, then they do exchange the gifts with each other. So that's how we do it. So, all birds suddenly got quiet. Did you notice that? Wonder why. Okay, so better start working on video. I had a song planned, and then I had a sudden request. The person was begging. He was begging me. Now you know who it was. He was begging me to for a certain song that I've never heard of. But I was like, okay, I guess I'll do it. And then the song I had planned, it's not really a Christmas song. It's more of a winter song. So I think I can still do it next week. So that'll be fun. So almost 17 minutes. So I better quit talking. So I can do the video. So Merry Christmas, everyone. Have a great day on Friday, and chat with me anything you want in the comments. I'm here. Or Messenger, email, Instagram, whatever. So yeah. Bye.